Hey everybody, it's Christy with Christy Cole Artistry, coming back for part 2 of this painting that we did on our last video. Here is the dried results thus far. So there is our square, and I really like how shimmery this is before it even gets any type of gloss on it or anything. So the next step that we're going to do is, as you know, we taped to here and we taped to here. So when we pull this off, the black and the black will stay. But I was going to pull the tape today, but I actually am going to do the center portion first before we pull the tape. And what I've chosen to do for the center is I have this template, and I am going to use this template. And I lined this template up when I put down the tape originally, so I'm just lining it back up with the tape right here and here, and then we are going to paint over this template so that we'll end up with this template on top of the rest of our painting. And I've chosen to use my 24 karat gold again because I love the shimmer of the gold, and I've mixed up, I'm hoping it's enough. I thought I had more than this, but this is my Deco Art 24 karat gold, okay? And it is really thick at first, and so I have watered it down a little bit so that I can apply it to this stencil without it going all over the place. And I haven't tried this before, so hopefully this works. And if it doesn't, then I'll know better for next time. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to take a couple of pieces of tape, and I'm going to tape the stencil down just so that it doesn't decide to move while we're doing this. Alright, so like I said, I'm just going to tape down the stencil ever so lightly because I do not want it to move while I'm doing this. And I have to pull these tabs up because the stencil is just slightly larger than the canvas, and when I pull it over like this, as you can see, it bows the stencil in the center. And I don't want to stick tape under here or it'll raise that up as well. So I'm just going to do it that way. Alright, so again, I mixed this up. It's 24 karat gold. It's really thick at first, so I'm going to use this foam brush, and I'm hoping that I can just paint it through here as if I was like whitewashing it, because I don't want it to be too thick, if that makes sense, but I do want it to show my pattern when I'm done. So I'm just going to kind of whitewash it across this way, and then I'm going to whitewash it the other direction too, because I want the pattern to be on there, but again, I don't want it to be all just gold, dark gold or whatever. So I kind of want it to be a worn out look. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to go this way, whoops, because I want to make sure I'm covering, because I can tell where the paint didn't go in at all, and we would be missing that portion of the pattern, which I don't want to do. So again, this was just something I thought of on a whim, and I thought it would look really pretty in a bedroom area, an office. Okay, now I'm just going back over it again because these little tiny sections here do not cover well. So we're going to tap it in. because again, I want to make sure the whole pattern shows up. And I was going to use my, what do they call it, stencil brushes, I guess they're called. But I think that they are a little too blunt for what I want. So the foam brush works great. I'm just adding a little more here and there to where I think that it should be a little darker in some spots, a little lighter in other spots. I really want my center here to stand out. Even a little more here. And I think that's it. I think that's it. Okay. So I'm going to attempt to save some of this because again, this is all I have left of my 24 karat gold that hasn't been diluted with floral. So it's a lot thicker and more like a paint than it is our flow paint. So scrape that out of there. See if we can save some of this cup for later. Because being that, you know, we just got back, I haven't gone to any of the craft stores in weeks. There we go. Alright. So I was able to save probably half what I made. So we're going to use that later. I'm going to put a lid on it to keep it from drying out. Right there. This is the problem with the gold straight from the bottle. It dries so fast and it is hard to get off your hands, your fingernails. So I keep these disinfecting wipes handy, and if you get it quickly, you can usually get it off without taking your skin with. Oh my goodness, it's still there. So yeah, that's one thing with metallics and black. If you get it on your skin and your fingernails, it's going to take some work to get it off. Okay. Alright, so we've got that portion done. Now, I'm going to look at this, make sure it's covered. I think I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to let it dry and then we'll, yeah, it's still wet. I'm going to let it dry and then I'll come back and we'll get to the next portion. So, see you in a few minutes. Okay, my apologies. I thought I had turned the camera on. I have removed the tape, and if you can see, there's little white dots here where the tape stuck and took off some of the black gesso. So we're going to paint this black anyway, so I'm okay with it being like that. So now that's all I'm doing, is I have begun painting the bottom section here with black. Just filling in where the tape pulled off the gesso and covering the rest of the canvas. And when the black dries, then we'll put on our final accents for each of the sides. The top and the bottom, or left and right, depending on which way someone would prefer it to be hanging. Right now, I say top and bottom, but it would look fine horizontally as well. So I'm painting this nice and dark, making sure that I get a good cover of black on here, because I want to be able to add some gold accents to this section as well. sides, my edges. I may have to come around there to get this one thoroughly covered. Let's take a look here. The reason I didn't paint them ahead of time is it seemed a lot easier just to put the tape on and do the pour portion first and then come back and do these details. So that's why I did it that way. Okay, there's one. Top. Keep this up on here. My thought process behind this painting, again, was sort of a Renaissance feel painting with the really dark colors and kind of muted, and then have some gold accents. Nothing that was going to be spectacularly bright, but just dark. And then when we seal it, we put the high gloss on here, which you normally wouldn't see, I don't think, in a Renaissance painting, but I'm putting high gloss on here. It will bring that deep purple and all our colors underneath here out again and really make that gold shine. So that is my process, or what I was thinking when I decided to do this painting this way. Again, covering my edges, making sure my corners are covered. Checking for those spots where the gesso got pulled from the tape. I used two different kinds of tape. I think the one roll was really sticky. Alright, there we go. Okay, so here's what we have so far. I'll do it this way. So we've got our center, and we have our two black edges. And we're going to let those dry, and then we will finish this painting up. So I'll be back. Thank you.